All right, it's August 3rd, 2020. In the middle of this wonderful pandemic, we have been growing our own food. These are Costoluto Fiorentino tomatoes. Last update we had of the garden was in May, and here's today's. So we got some cherry tomatoes happening right here. This plant was grown from seed. We had another one over here, but that one died. So we'll probably put this pepper plant in that spot. Over here, we finally got some beans growing up and over the arbor that came with the house when we bought it. Butterfly doing their pollination. Check it out, look at this. That's a nice bean right there. We got some more beans in here. And then down below, we have zucchinis growing. Check that one out. That's a good one right there. And another one brewing right here. Basil's doing really good. Tarragon right next to it. And the cilantro is kind of on its last leg. Swiss chard has been producing really good for this season so far. It's kind of awesome. Had plenty of that. Still more there. Radishes are growing up real nice. And we had a cucumber, invasive cucumber, produce some good ones for us too. I don't remember planting this one, but I'm not gonna complain if there's some in here. Kale is still growing a little bit. I think that's on its last leg. We got some peppers. We got some peppers started here. The neighbor gave us these plants. These are Italian peppers. They're getting pretty big, pretty wild. I think they're supposed to eventually turn red. And of course, we got a jalapeno. This thing kind of fell over. We got over 24 jalapenos in there. It's kind of crazy. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these things. So there's our little pepper area right there. Then of course we got watermelon brewing. One. Two. And three. Little watermelon patch. Sunflowers are doing really good too. They're probably close to 10 feet, 11 feet tall. Kale is on its last leg, been producing pretty good for us, but as you can see, some bugs were getting after it pretty good. So we just pull the baby ones and eat them. Carrots are going crazy. I think we'll pull these out tonight and roast them. Got some weird ones in there when we pulled them out before. So it's always a fun surprise to see what we'll get. More kale. More Swiss chard. I pulled out a bunch of the broccoli because they bolted. And in their place I've planted about 9 spinach seedlings grown from seed. So we'll see what happens. It's August 3rd, so we got a couple months yet. See what happens here. This tomato plant's pretty awesome. Grew it from seed. It was a little one. I planted it here because it was extra. And all we have here is one corn stalk. So there wasn't much in this area. I stepped on it by accident and thought I killed it. But brought it back to life. Here it is. Almost 4 feet tall. Good one. And of course, sunflowers are gonna be really awesome. That one's gotta be close to 12 feet tall. Let's go check out the tomatoes. Oh, here's a nice little sunflower plant too. That one started growing in the yard and I just transplanted it right there. So we'll see what happens with that guy. Roman tomatoes finally starting to turn red. This plant here, sad little guy, all these leaves started curling and I thought it was gonna die, but I didn't give up hope. And right here, we can see that it's got a new sprout started. So, new life to that one. And we got the Boxcar Willie right over here. Check these things out. Huge. Look at the trunk on this thing. It's like a tree. Anyways, we got plenty of those tomatoes brewing. They're starting to turn red, orange. Look at these little guys, little cherry tomatoes. All these plants I started, for the most part, these cherry tomato ones from seed. Got some here, let's see. Oh. Whoa. That's fresh. More tomatoes. Check these out. Tostoluto Fiorentino. These things are crazy. I love them. They're so neat looking. They look like pumpkins. And here we have a speckled Roman. These things are beautiful. I'll leave them on the vine a little longer, see if we can get more flavor out of them. We cut one off before and it wasn't what we expected. Oh, Northern Lights. These things are huge too. I don't know what we're gonna do with all these tomatoes. They're a meal in itself. So we also had some cucumbers growing on this trellis. All of a sudden we lost one. They started wilting and dying. So I'm not sure what's up. Still getting some good cukes hanging off this one, but the leaves are not looking so good. Not so good at all, but we'll just be thankful every day that they're producing and see what they come up with. Zucchini plant right here, this is a good one. Let's take a look and see if there's any started underneath here. Nope, not yet, but we do have a little cucumber. Yep. More cherry tomatoes. These things are beautiful. Look at these things. And spaghetti squash. Yep, there's 1, 2, and 3 in there. There's a bunch of them. So anyways, it's looking like this zucchini is going to need to be tied up. So that's the update for today, August 3rd, 2020. We'll see what this place looks like in a couple more months.